Today I'm going to show you how to access your Blackboard Collaborate Ultra account and how to use some of the different features. So the first thing you're going to do is look for an email from me that says below is the info about your session, and it has your moderator link and your guest link. As long as you emailed me to request an account or you filled out the Google form, you should have received that email. It starts with below is the info about your session. It will also link to this spreadsheet that has everybody's name and everybody's links. So here we are. The first link is the teacher link. This is your moderator link that only you should use. Do not share this first link with anybody. The second link is the link that you share with all of your students. It's the same link every time, and they will go in based on the schedule. You can also use this guest link for office hours. Okay, so I'm going to go into my moderator link, and I should see my name, and I should see joining session as McLean High School, since we only have one account, and that account is named McLean High School. Okay, when I first get in, on the bottom here, this first icon I can click on to show how I'm feeling. And this is a good thing you could have students do when they first enter the room. You can also ask an agree or disagree question here. This is where you can mute your mic, you can turn off your video or turn it on, and students can also raise their hand. In the top left corner, this is where you're going to start your recording. You always want to record your sessions so that for students who are absent, they can access your class. So this is where you'll go. Before class starts, you'll hit start recording. Just a note, all recordings will go to me, and I will immediately forward them to you as soon as I get them. There's usually a little bit of a delay. It might take a couple of hours for the recording to process. This is where you can also go for support, and I actually find their support to be really helpful. Let's say you want to know more about breakout groups. Type that in the search window, and you'll see a series of short but really helpful videos about breakout groups. So go there if you are uncertain about something or you just want to learn more. This is also where you'll go to stop your recording. Make sure you remember to do that, and where you'll go to leave the session. You want to make sure you leave the session before you start your next session, because you have to leave it and everybody has to be out for at least a couple of minutes in order for you to start a new recording. Okay, most of what happens from the Collaborate panel in the bottom right corner. So you're going to click on that. This is where you can first chat. So you can use this to type messages. We've been using this feature in our staff meetings. You can chat as the moderator with everyone or with certain people in the group. You can also use this to share your agenda, to link to websites or YouTube videos, to share resources. Students can use it to ask questions. The attendee icon here will show you who's in your session. Now, I don't have any participants in here, but if I did, it would list all of my participants. Now, let's say that I want to change the role of a student so that that student can share their screen and show something to the class. I would click this circle with the 3 horizontal dots, and I would get a whole bunch of options here, like make presenter or make moderator. I also have the option of removing the student from the class if the student is acting inappropriately. Now, you also want to use this feature if you have a co-moderator or a co-teacher. Only one person can use the moderator link at a time. So what you would do is have one person go in as the moderator, and then the other person goes in as a participant, and then the moderator changes that teacher's role to moderator. And we've been doing that as well with our staff meetings because we've been having co-moderators. This is the button you use to share content. So you can share a blank whiteboard and students can type on it. They can also type in text boxes. And if you want to make the text box bigger, you simply select the text box with the arrow and you drag it to make it bigger. I can also erase what I did. I can share my application or screen with students so I can take them on a web tour. What I would do is I would pick the option I want, your entire window, application window, or Chrome tab, and then I would select it and I would hit share, and I would see a cascade of windows until I go to a website, and then my students will see wherever I go. I'm not going to do that because I'm already sharing my screen. I can also share files. So this is something you want to do ahead of time before you start class. You want to load in all of your content first. And if you have a Google Slides or a Google Doc, all you would do is convert it to either an image, a PowerPoint, or a PDF. And the way you convert files is you go in the top left corner to File and then Download As. So here I can go here and File, Download As, PowerPoint. And I will see it, there it is in my downloads. Okay. So now I need to upload that file that I just downloaded. So I'm going to search for it by its name. And I'm just going to pick one. It doesn't matter which one. You'll see that it does take a minute to upload. And it's uploading. This is why you want to do it ahead of time. And then once it uploads, you can share it with students. So we're going to give it another minute. There it is. Okay, so now I just click share now, and as I click on slides, that's what my students see. And then each slide is also still a whiteboard, so students can still draw. So you might want to turn that feature off while you're presenting, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So you're going to click on the cog to adjust your settings. This is where you can adjust notifications. So do you want to know every time somebody joins or leaves the session? Do you want to know every time someone posts a chat message? Do you want to know every time someone raises their hand? Session settings. Do you want students to be able to share audio and video? I would check this button if you're dealing with students. I wouldn't want students to put pictures up of themselves. But these features you can turn on and off during the session as you want. And then finally, you also have the option to poll students. You can ask a multiple choice or a yes or no question, and you'll see a summary of the responses. And then if you click on attendees, you'll see how each student responded. And then this is also where you can go to form breakout groups. So you can go in there and you can form your breakout groups. And like I showed you before, that resource on breakout groups is what you can use to help you there. And that is how you use Blackboard Collaborate